Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. I'm your brother Yahweh Call from the Great Millstone Orlando camp. I'm just back with this video, this live. I was really inspired by watching a number of videos. I watched the Apostle Elder Gabar's video. He did a pretty much uploaded a commentary on the video that he did sometime last year, which I remember when he did the video, because I did a response off of that video. There was another video by one of the Akim from Kansas City. It was something along the lines of the whole Isaiah 4:1 thing, because as it's been said, when it comes to Isaiah 4:1, that it's not some type of it's not some rap video. When Isaiah 4:1 comes, it's not going to be something where you're just going to have all these women and popping all these women. And when Isaiah 4:1 comes around, it's not going to be anything like that. what you would think, or at least what you would want. And that's another brother from the Kansas City. And like I said, I was inspired. What really made me do this was I was watching the head brother I saw the head brother from Kansas City. The brother Mahaloya out there. Which I'm gonna just say this as a little sidebar. For whatever reason, my spirit is drawn to those brothers. I never met those brothers. I'm probably never going to meet those brothers. More than likely, never going to meet those brothers on this side. But I've had dreams that I remember. Very vivid dreams about some of those brothers over there in Kansas City. For whatever reason, I don't know. But for whatever reason, my spirit is drawn to those brothers over there in Kansas City. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've never met those brothers. More than likely, 9.999 times 9.999 times out of 10, I'm not going to meet those brothers on this side. I'll never see them on this side. Lord willing, on the chariot. But never met those brothers. Not going to meet those brothers on this side. But for whatever reason, I've had dreams over the past few years about those brothers. And like I said, just the head brother over there in Kansas City, the brother Mahaloya. Believe it or not, that's actually one of the because every brother's testimony is different. God damn, Slakia. I gotta deal with this. Bear with me real quick. Bear with me. This might be one of those heavy videos. We'll see. But as I was saying, just watching what really I was watching I saw a series of videos, but what really made me do this video in particular was I saw the video by the head brother out there in Kansas City, the brother Mahaloya, which I was saying, believe it or not, that's actually one of the first real brethren I started following. For whatever reason, my spirit was just. I started watching that brother. Um, for whatever reason, I started watching that brother. Um, as well as other brothers. A lot of the brothers, well, I'll say so-called brothers, because a lot of who I started watching when I first started following, before I started following JMS, because some of us is different for each and every one of us. We all have our different testimonies. Some brothers, when they wake up to this truth, and they hear the word, immediately they're drawn to it, they're attracted to it. For others, it takes a little longer to digest. It takes a little longer. Whatever the case may be, it was it's different for each and every one of us. As far as my testimony, brothers know my testimony. As far as my brothers in my camp, GMS Orlando, brothers know my testimony. I was a part of another group for 10 years. So you get to a point where you start fishing, you start looking around, because you want answers. Jake is hungry, Jake is thirsty. So when I started coming across Great Millstone videos, like I said, for whatever reason, the brother, the head brother out there in Kansas City, GMS Kansas City, the brother Mahaloya, he was one of the top, I'll say one of the top 10, I'll say, brothers that I was drawn to, I was attracted to. So just to bring it back full circle, like I said, I was watching one of his videos today, which really sparked my it just inspired me through the spirit to do this video, because the brother was just going into how he was just going into being in that real cold-hearted spirit when that time comes. Like I said, it was a combination of videos that I was watching, but watching that brother, that's what really sparked me to do this video. And that's why, again, I titled this way that I titled it. It's a Lambback off of the, it's pretty much an echoing off of that brother in particular, as well as all the other videos that I've been watching. But that brother in particular, because it's just, you really, and Lord willing, it all comes full circle. Lord willing, it all makes sense, Lord willing, I'm coming through, loud and clear. All right. But to be able to deal with, to be able to endure, to put up with whatever you want to call it, because what's coming, all in all, there is, for real, man, there's going to have to be a special type of spirit that's going to have to be on us to be able to deal with whatever it is that we're going to have to deal with, man. The Lord is going to have to put a special spirit on us. All right. God damn, Slakia. Like I said, man, this might be one of those videos where, hey, this it might touch a few. I'm dealing with all type of elements right now. Bear with me as I this phone has got to it's got to reboot. So bear with me as I reboot this phone, because what comes to mind is this right here in Revelation 3, and I can't get into it, into the I can't pull up the Greek or the NLT or anything like that, because I don't have no internet on this phone. But I can at least read the precept, which as soon as this phone starts up, I'll read it. Which we all know, some might not know, but for the majority, we know all too well, especially us here in Great Millstone, Orlando. We close out with this every Saturday. We close out with this precept. So Shalom Akia Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. You know, worst case scenario, which is really the best case scenario to you, brother, and all you Akim and Akwath, man. You know, because and this is going to be a little bit of a spiritual rant. So you know, worst case scenario, which is really the best case scenario, man. I see all you Akim and Akwath on the chariot. You know, it's mainly you Akim. You know, because for fuck's sake, you know, something's got to give. You know. You know it's bad. You know you know we're getting close. We're getting close when was it ties into this to the topic of this video. You know, just being completely numbed the fuck out, man. You know, we are numbed out, man. We're a lot of us, the majority of us, are to a point we don't give a damn about none of this shit, man. You know, and it's been in my spirit, especially this past year. You know, within this year, it's just like, hey, been kind of reminding myself, hey, the Lord, man, He has me right where He wants me, because, you know, for you Akim, you hopefully elect Akim. There's, you know, you deal with a lot, you know. For you Akim and Slakia, like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit over here and over there, you know. This is going to be a bit of a spiritual rant, but I do have a few precepts that come to mind off rip. You know, two precepts that come off rip, but I'm sure the spirit is always going to do what it do. So we're just flowing in the spirit. But man, you know, let me read this. I don't want to go too much into the deep end. So like as soon as this thing loads up, here we go. All right, so like I said, we close out with this. As far as us here in see, that's the thing. That's why we gotta get the fuck out of here, because you know, you know, like I said, man, Jake is tired. You know, Jake is tired. Something has got to give. You know, every brother's situation is different. It's just like, goddamn, Jake. If it wasn't for the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua being on us, in us, through us, working through us, for us, in our favor, man, we would have tapped out. Cause goddamn, you know, I'm fucking working. They're working damn. You know, fucking 100 hours a week, man, almost, pretty much, between 80 and 100 hours a week. So that's why I just been, you know, just to whoever, you know, watches my videos on a regular. Because listen, I'm gonna say this: the views don't mean nothing. You know, views don't mean anything. The more views you got, the more, for the most part, the more people that you got that are looking to be entertained. It's always about it's this thing of ours is more so about the it consists more of the it's more so geared towards the minority rather than the majority. So you might be a brother that you might have a page that's growing, you know, and I because you know, I'm speaking for myself, you know. Over the years, over time, I've seen that my pages have been growing, subscribers, comments, views, so on and so forth. But you see why the apostles, they move the way that they move. You know, well, I'm saying that because, and again, you know, brothers know my testimony. You know, I recently went up there to, within this year, I was able to go up there and actually meet, you know, a lot of the apostles and certain bishops, a lot of familiar faces in Israel, you know. But specifically, you see why. Well, it's like, yeah, because I'm speaking for myself right now in this moment. I'm speaking for myself. Just the way that, you know, certain men move, the way that they move, specifically the way that the Apostle Tahar moves, the way that he moves. You know, not to get too personal, not to get too deep or whatever, but hearing certain conversations, overhearing certain things. You know, while the Apostle Tahar does what he does, listen, you know, the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah is definitely on that man. I'll say that. And I'll say, speaking, like I said, you know, because it was one thing for me. It was never my intention on, and this is not to big the apostles up, certain familiar faces, bishops, certain elders. This is not my, I'm not here to big anyone up, but having the opportunity to actually meet the apostles, certain, familiar faces in Israel, it's like, yeah, it's a different ball game. It's a different spirit. It's different. I've been telling brothers that ever since I've been back, because I was up there, I was up there. I was up there not too long ago. Within this year, and that's the whole thing. Overall, man, it's been one hell of a year. Overall, I'm just using my example, but overall, for as far as prophecy's sake, it's been one hell of a year, boy. Listen, and the year hasn't ended yet. That's the thing. It's, man, so much can happen between now and these the actual inauguration process, which I don't think, because when I say that, the whole inauguration process, because there's a thing of the presidential selections, right, which that's coming up next month, right, in November. We're already in October right now, but in November, that's when you have the presidential selections, all right, aka elections, all right, but the actual inauguration, if I'm not mistaken, that does take place sometime in January, February. I could be wrong, I'm sure I'm wrong, mistaken, when the actual whatever president is selected, that's when he actually gets inaugurated. But and that's a whole another thing in itself. When you go into the whole what to be inaugurated is, that's a whole nother thing in itself. But like I said, I keep jumping off the deep end. Well, I'm here in Revelation. Let me get this, man. Just like I said, this is going to be a bit of a spiritual rant. But let me get this in Revelation 3. And just to show you how the spirit works. Just to show you how the spirit works. I don't even remember what I was going to get. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, I was going to get this because, like I said, we close out with this as far as us here in Great Millstone, Orlando. We close out every Saturday. We close out with this here in Revelation 3. And starting at 10, it says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Every man, woman, and child is going to be put in a position to where a decision is going to have to be made. A choice. Everyone is going to have to make a choice. All right? And Slake, I'm new to this, so hey, brother Trust in Truth Jacksonville, hey brother Amoff, that was Shaw. I'm new to this, I'm gonna make you a moderator, so because yeah, I'm gonna make you I don't know how to do this shit. Slake. Because to whoever you are, Sean, if you don't know, well, you better find out, and I'm speaking expressly through the spirit, whoever you are, Sean, if you don't know what this is, you better type in Hebrew Israelites. More specifically, you better type in Great Millstone or GMS. All right, GMS Hebrew Israelites, Great Millstone, Orlando Hebrew Israel, Slakia, not Orlando, but just in particular, Great Millstone Hebrew Israelites. You better do something, because that's what's scary. That's scary. You just catching up. And we're all, for the most part, especially for young brothers like me. Young brothers like me, and believe it believe it or not, because some will call me an elder, and hey, you will be rebuked quick. Quick. All right, I am not an elder. All right, I'm nowhere near an elder. And it's what's cold, because like I said, brothers that know my testimony. I've been in the truth a lot longer than some of these so-called elders in Israel. So, I'm talking about a lot of these guys like Alazar, Deacon Hakah. Believe it or not, I've been in the truth a lot longer than some of these cats, man. So for these, and when you hear the apostles talk about these novice, these novice, it's crazy. It's crazy. These guys thinking that they're on a level and this is something that we see within our apostles, all right? The real leaders of Israel, in Israel. When you hear Apostle Tar make certain statements like, hey, the more you learn, the more you grow in this thing, the more you learn, the more you know, you don't know nothing. That is a true statement. All right, because like I said, I would be considered a quote-unquote elder in Israel, right? And you would think a little no one like me, but it's not about that. It's not about titles. It's not about that. This thing of ours it's not about that. I would be a so-called elder in Israel. Believe it or not, I'm gonna put that out there. Believe it or not, a lot of real elders, elders such as Yashawamba, right? A lot of these elders, man, beautiful elders, real elders in Israel. All right, I'd be there if I was, because like I said, hey, it's a little thing of experience, the Lord for each and every one of us is different. So I've been in this thing. I've seen things. The Lord has dragged me through the mud to the point where I have a certain understanding to where, hey, man, fuck that. I don't know nothing, bruh. When brothers call me big bruv, listen, I ain't shit. I ain't nobody. I ain't no big bruv. I'm just coming out the womb. I ain't nobody, bro. I ain't nobody. And when you, like I said, man, when you hear the apostles say certain things, when you hear certain bishops, certain real elders say certain things, bruh, it's for a reason, bruh. Because I would be a so-called quote unquote elder, but bruh, I'm straight, bruh. I'm good as far as my life. Where I'm at, I'm good, bruh. I'm good in my little corner right here, bruh. I'm good. And it says a lot, because who am I? Who am I? But anyways, I can see there's going to be a lot of sidetracking right now. There's going to be a lot of sidetracking. So I'm going to read this again in Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So you see, man, that's why because it said, hey, to all those that kept the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and it tells you that in Revelation, in the same book, in Revelation, was that 12, that those that kept the testimony of this word, man, the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of truth, the spirit of the spirit of prophecy. All right, hey, The Lord is about to allow it to where all hell is about to come raining down on you, on us. All right. Because that's what, ultimately that's what the Lord wants. He wants to see, hey, who's going to be about me for real, for real? Who's going to be about me? Who wants this, man? You know, who's about this? Who really wants this? Because everyone wants to show up to the ceremony. Everyone wants to show up to the opening, the grand opening, right? Which oftentimes, man, it's a mass of people. But you might have a handful of people, a fraction of those people, man. Let's say when it comes to a grand opening of a restaurant, right? A major franchise, right? Everyone shows up to the grand opening of this franchise, right? Let's say you have 500 people show up to this grand opening, right? But the real ones, they were there with you from day one. They built that foundation from ground zero, from day one. That's why you have the saying, amongst Jake, hey, this is my day one. My ride or die, you hear that, right? This is my ride or die. When the shit was ugly. You have another saying, hey, who was with me shooting? Who's shooting with me in the gym? Right? Before Kobe became Kobe, before Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan, before LeBron James became before LeBron James became LeBron James. Hey, you always had those that were, hey man, you gonna be somebody, man. You always had those that are around that were just like, hey man, let's go. You will wake up at 4 o'clock, right? 4 o'clock in the morning to put work in. And you always had that one, maybe two, if that. You always had those, hey, I'm a write this. Hey, man, let's do this, man. You always had those few. And then we're talking about the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, which by default is Yahweh Shai. The kingdom by default is Yahweh Shai, because the kingdom of Israel is going to be upheld and upholden by Yahweh Shai first and foremost, but it's going to be maintained through Yahweh Shai and those elect men. And they were already predestined. All right, they were already allotted. All right, hey, because like I said, I used all those examples. Hey, all those examples. Hey, the elect, at the end of the day, they're going to be those ride or dies. They're going to be those, hey, Lord, hey, fuck that. Let's go. Like I quoted, hey, where were you when I was, shooting shots in the gym? Hey, Lord, I was right here. The elect can say that, hey, I was right here. Cause this shit is not ugly, slocking. This is not pretty. This ain't pretty. It's not supposed to be pretty. But that's exactly what the Lord wants. Who's gonna be with me when this ain't pretty? When it's, you gotta get down on all fours. Jake gotta, Jake gotta get fucking, Jake gotta get on all fours, man. Jake gotta get on all fours and hands, knees, ass in the air, all that, man. Hey, that's the elect. In a nutshell, that's the elect, man. Jake gotta get down and dirty. That's what the Lord's looking for. Who's gonna get down and dirty for me? When this is not, as of right now, as it stands, it's not pretty. Again, this ain't pretty. This ain't pretty. This is not. It's just like, man, it's not appealing. But that's how it's supposed to be. Believe it or not. This is how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be appealing. But that's where our faith is like. That's where our faith is required. Like, hey, well, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna, So that's why, again, in Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, because it is a thing of patience. Believe it or not, it is a thing of patience, boy. Listen. And just watching everything that's been going on, The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Habashai is moving when even when you got Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, man, you know, certain apostles and bishops and elders talking about, because listen, these men, they have these beautiful men, they have experience to where they just for the most part they just sit back and watch. They just, all right, well, let's see how this plays out. Versus a lot of younger elders and elders under them and men under them and men under them and men under them, right? You know, myself, you know, put myself out there, you know, because me, I, you know, when certain topics come up, I'm me personally, I'm to a point I don't get too excited. You know, I get, you know, it tickles my pickle a little bit, but I don't get too excited because it's just like, well, okay, well, let's just see where this takes place, you know, and that comes with being seasoned. Like I said, a lot of things happen, a lot of things take place. It's just like, you know, it's experience, you know, experience is the best teacher, you know, and being seasoned, like I said, you know, it's different for each and every one of us is different. Cause brothers be on top of shit, bro. Brothers be on it. The first breaking news, brothers be on it. But you, for the most part, you don't see the apostles talking about it. You don't see the apostles really, you know. It's like, damn. And that's why, like I said, just having the little experience that I have, the Lord dragging my ass to the mud, my little ass to the mud. You know, I don't. When certain topics come up, certain prophecies, hot topics, I don't get too. I wait. You know, I like to wait. Certain breaking news. Me, I like to wait. I like to. You know, because I'm one of those Jakes, man. I don't like my you know I've had enough heartbreaks. All right, I don't want, you know, I don't want too many, you know. I don't like heartbreak. You know, I've had enough of those. And that says a lot for me because, listen, again, every brother's experience level is every brother, what every brother brings to the table is different. You know, me being the oldest of 10 siblings, man, listen, for the most part, I was always the one to, hey, you know, hey, you know, one bad apple spoils the bunch, right? We heard that growing up. A lot of us, some of us. I've had enough encounters to where I'm just like, man, listen, this pain right here, I don't want to go through this again. You know, I don't want to experience this again. So I'm good. You know, I'm good. You know, now it's all according to the Lord's will because you're gonna go through a few things. We gonna go through a few experiences here and there. the same experiences here and there. All right, because the Lord ultimately, hey, you know, He's gonna teach us a few things. He's gonna teach us a thing or two. But I've always been the type to, hey, this right here, you might get your ass whooped off of one, you know, just for the pops to show you a point, to show everyone a point. Hey, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know, I'm gonna whoop your ass just to make you an example. I've always been the type to, hey, you know, I'm good. You know, after going through that, this experience, after going through that, you know, I don't want to go through this again because that's what pain is supposed to be. Pain is supposed to be a deterrent. Pain is supposed to be one of those things. Listen, I've experienced that. I don't want to go through this shit again. All right. So I just, you know, like I said, I just say all that to say, listen, you know, I'm seasoned. You know, I'm seasoned. I've seen enough for me to know, like, hey, that's not the route. All right, I'm not finna follow that nigga. Ask me. Hey, what do you think? This nigga from GOCC. As soon as you mention GOCC, nigga, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I'm good. You know, get out of my face. As soon as you ask me, hey, what do you think about the IUIC? No, I'm good, bro. You know, hey, you believe what you want to believe. I'm straight. You know, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't want to go through, you know, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole again. And again, it's different for each and every one of us. Because like I said, me personally, I will be a so-called elder. I would be a so-called elder. But knowing what I know now, that's a heavy lot. I don't want to be an elder. Hey, I'm good where I'm at. And me personally, in my little corner, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm straight, bro. You know. But nevertheless, man, hey, you know, it is a matter of a matter of experience. You know, you got we have to go through what we have to go through for the Lord to show us what He wants us to know. You know, we have to go through our little experiences, man. You know, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. So this is already you know, longer than what I expected it to be. All right, so you know, like I said, hey, the Lord, you know, we keep the we kept the word of the Lord's patience. Hey, the Lord's going to keep us in the hour of temptation. All right, so go to bring it all back full circle, because when you go to that word, man, to keep it just goes into a protection, you know, and even deeper than that, hey, the Lord's going to give us a certain spirit. That's what it's going to take to be able to you know, handle what we're getting ready to witness, man. There's going to have to be a certain level of restraint. Matter of fact, let me get this, because like I said in the beginning, you know, there was a combination of videos that I watched, but more specifically the head brother out there in GMS Kansas City. All right, which is you know, because he did the video titled a just basically just having a cold heart spirit. And I was just like, yeah, man, you know, because I did a video a while ago, not a while ago, but like, you know, a few months ago, and it was just it was entitled something along the lines of, or at least the topic of the video was, it's just like, man, listen, you know, this world will fail you, man. A bitch, you know, she will break your heart. She will ruin you. Overall, everything pertaining to this world will hurt you. Everything pertaining to this world, it will hurt you. But Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and everything that comes with it, bro, it will never do us. The Lord would never do us unjustly, man. The Lord would never do us wrong, bro. And this is like, damn, you know. But that comes by way of, because I got this here in Wisdom of Solomon 8. But speaking of Wisdom of Solomon, it goes in. It's in the same book where, hey, wisdom, she will take you in crooked places, you know. Wisdom, she has to deal with you, man. And wisdom, wisdom in itself, that's just one of those things where, hey, because listen, you know, we all desire to be wise, right? We all desire to be wise. Like when you read about King Solomon, his first task being the king, when it came to the situation with the two mothers, and how King Solomon handled that. Because like I said, I said it, and I mentioned in the beginning of this video, like one of the things that inspired me to do this was I was watching another video. I saw another video about it, you know, another brother out there from Kansas City. You know, that's a small camp, you know, a small camp of brothers. But hey, brothers are watching. I'll just say that just in case, you know, some of those brothers come across this video for whatever reason. You know, my little old itty bitty ass. If brothers come across this video, hey, you know, you brothers are a small camp, but hey, you brothers, yeah, you brothers are watching. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that, you know. But watching another video by another one of those brothers out there, because he did a video like, hey, Isaiah 4:1, man, and brothers been saying this, you know. This is, you know, at that point, you know, when it comes to Isaiah 4:1, brothers are pretty much preaching to the choir. It's really to, you know, younger, newer brethren coming up, you know, because Isaiah 4:1 is not gonna be some rap video, man. Man, listen, it ain't. It's a lot more than that, boy. Boy, oh boy, you know, because Jake is used to not having shit. Jake is used to, they're not used to having shit. We're not used to having shit. So when we hear the whole topic of Isaiah 4:1, all these women, man, it's a lot more than that. It's a whole lot more than that. All right. But let me get this to Wisdom of Solomon 8 and verse 7. Because again, dealing with wisdom. Wisdom, she gonna let you know how it is. All right. She gonna be real with you. All right. Wisdom, she gonna, don't, because and this is something that we're still practicing in the spirit. We're still practicing that initial thought. Is this the flesh? Is this the spirit? Do I make it left? Do I make it right? Wisdom, she's gonna let you know, do this, do that. The scriptures tell us, wisdom, she's gonna lead you in crooked ways. Wisdom, she's gonna be our guide, man. She's gonna, do this. Because we're coming into times where there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. There's going to be a lot of unfaithfulness. There's going to be just a whole lot of this and that, and everyone going left and right. But the scriptures tell us, concerning wisdom, stay the course. Wisdom in itself is going to be, you're going to see this, you're going to see that, you're going to feel this, you're going to feel that. Wisdom, she's going to keep it real. She's going to keep it real. When this comes up, you're going to feel like this. But, I'm going to tell you right now, do this. Yeah, wisdom, yeah. That's why. Wisdom of Solomon 8. Bear with me. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and verse 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtuous, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. So you see, self-control. All right, control, temperance. Because the main thing I wanted to get was that fortitude, man, that mental fortitude, mental fortification. All right, because goddamn, this shit hurts. It's hard. It's just like we're in a time period where it's easy to crash out. It's easy to say fuck all this, man. Fuck all this. It's easy. Jake just be wanting to say fuck it. But wisdom should be like, nah, that's essentially Jake be looking for that type of because that's what wisdom is. She's a nurturer. We're so used to masculinity and shalom, ak, and we're so used to that, but deep inside Jake, they just want that. No, baby, yeah, do it like this, baby. Jake is used to that sweet talk. Jake is used to that. Come this way, baby. Like let me comfort you, baby. Just Jake is used to that nurturing spirit, man. Or Jake wants that nurturing spirit, man. It's just like, god damn. Well, that's why we have wisdom. That's why the scriptures talk about above all things, seek wisdom, desire wisdom. All right, and she will lead us. She will guide us. Jake just wants to be, Jake has all this fucking high testosterone. Jake just wants to crash out, but because that's why the scriptures talk about that first love, because Jake is looking, for love. This is a saying in the world. Jake is looking for love in all the wrong places, man. Jake just wants that, I'm about to, and Jake just wants that. No, baby, don't, just that, baby, just that, baby, listen, baby, don't, baby, come, that's all Jake wants. Essentially, that's what Jake wants, man. They just want that, baby. But that's where wisdom comes in. Like, no, don't do that. Jay, Jay just be about to, I'm about to, but hey, Sophia, you hear brothers talk about it all the time. Hey, Sophia, no, listen, calm down, calm down, That Sophia, hey, calm down, baby. Hey, baby, don't do that. No, we're not doing that. That's all Jake wants. That's what Jake needs, but they just need that. All right, Jake be needing that, man. That's why, hey, that's why I be saying personally, hey, listen, this world will fail you. A bitch, she will fail you. All right, a bitch of this world, she will fail you, man. Hey, but Sophia, wisdom, her love, her wisdom, Sophia, she will never do you wrong. She'll never do you wrong, man. She'll never do you wrong. So that's why hey, man, we just gotta, hey. That's why I said that the fortitude, we just gotta, hey, cause wisdom, Sophia, our real wife, hey, she's gonna, hey, she's gonna, like the scripture say, lead us quicker ways. She's gonna show us a thing or two. All right, but we need that experience. All right, we need that experience. All right, because to bring it all back full circle, listen, hey, what's coming? Hey, there's going to have to be a certain spirit that we're going to have a certain spirit to be able to withstand. Because let me go through a few precepts, man. I've been rambling way too much. And this is what we've been groomed, we've been trained up for, man. Because boy, listen, it's about to get tough. It's tough now. That's what's scary. And this is not to sow doubt, but this is just truth. This is what's crazy now. It's already tough. It's already tough. But this shit is about to get a whole. This shit is really about to explode, man. 10 times over, 100 times over. This thing is really about to, like, damn. Like I just said, woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days, right? Let me get this. Because it's going to take a real man-like spirit, a real manly spirit. All right. And this is what like I said, this was all inspired through, a series of videos that I've been watching, Like I said, like I mentioned, the Apostle Elder Gabar, and I remember the video, because I did a response off that video when the Apostle Elder Gabar, he was just his whole situation. You can go on his page. He did he uploaded the video and did a response off of it, and I did a response off of that video because it's just like, man, that's just how it is. This is how it is. It's like, damn. Because, man, the more rejection that you get as a man in this society, hey, the more it hardens you, it numbs you up. It just, and that's why I've been saying lately, hey, the Lord has us exactly where He wants us. All right, because it's like, damn, Jake has pure intentions for the most part. Jake's intentions are pure. For the most part, Jake wants to do right, but it's like, damn, this is a treatment that we get. It's just like, all right, well, it numbs you up, man. It hardens you. All right, and that's where we ought to be. That's what, like I said, that's what the Lord got us right where we want, where He wants us to be, because Jake has compassion. Jake, for real, is willing to forgive and forget. Even when it comes to Esau, Jake is willing to forgive. All the atrocities that the so-called white man has done to our people, Jake is willing to forgive and forget. Nah, man. Nah. That's why, hey, it's the spirit, because this is something that I've been praying for. Like, Lord, like, please don't put that spirit on my ass, man. And I'm just, I'm talking to the church, I'm talking to the church, I'll be praying, like, Lord, man, please don't put the spirit on my dumb ass to show mercy to these people. And that's why we have to have the spirit of discernment. We really have a spirit of discernment. Because even when it comes to the whole Isaiah 4:1 topic, listen, Jake, they're not used to having all these women. But I've been to a point, I'm like, man, when Lord willing, I'll be one of those men. When all these women start coming, I want to be rejecting more bitches than accepting. I want to be turning more bitches away than actually accepting bitches. That's just me. I want that cold heart spirit. It's a spirit. That's why it's been in my spirit to do this. I was like, man, I want to have that spirit of rejection. I want to turn bitches away. Not just bitches. I want to turn all these people. I want to do more rejection than acceptance. That's what's been in my spirit. I want to be more. Ooh, boy. And I was just talking about this earlier today, just praying to the Lord, like, man, it's just the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah for not giving us the spiritual power now. Because boy, if I get the spiritual power now, boy, listen, boy, oh boy, ooh wee, it just makes sense why we don't got this, why we don't have the spiritual power now, man. Because boy, I don't want, and I've been saying this, I don't want the spiritual power right now, man. Lord, when I get it when it's in due time, when it's in its due season. But right now, because brothers want that power now. Well, listen, we already have the power now, because the fact that brothers are already tapped out, brothers are fucked up. Brothers are fucked up. Our situations are fucked up. Listen, the fact that we are able to still do the work. Listen, we already have the power. All right, it's just on a low level. But when this thing of ours transitions. When it transitions, boy, listen. Ooh wee. But nevertheless, like I was saying, because as far as that cold heart spirit, let me get this in Luke 2. Luke chapter 2, in verse I'm gonna start at 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, when Yahushua became a young man, right? It says, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child, Yahushua, tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their his kinsfolk and acquaintance. And when they found him not, they turned back to Jerusalem, seeking him again. And it came to pass that after 3 days, damn. Imagine that, you looking for your child 3 days. It's like, damn, right? All the panic, worrying, right? Just imagine that, for real. Imagine that, because in this society, in this society, in today's day and age, we're about to be in 2025 AD, all right? 2025 AD. Imagine that. In 2025, we are in 2024 AD. You really can't let your eyes off these if you have offspring, you can't let we really can't let our eyes off these little nuggets, man. You can't do it, because before you know it, you turn your head away for 5 seconds, and then bam, it's like, damn, bro. You turn your head away for 5 seconds, and then your offspring, your someone that you love is on a damn milk box, man. It's like, damn, bro. I was just there, So imagine that. 3 days, right? It says, and when they found, in verse Luke 2:45, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. So like I said, man, just imagine that. It's like, damn, bro. Imagine that. And it came to pass that after 3 days, and they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. Because, hey, again, Yahushua, he became a young man. All right, he became a young man. He was a young man. Around that time, 11, 12, 13, it varies, it's different. But imagine that, here it is, Yahushua is confounding these so-called doctors, these people that are supposed to be learned in the scriptures, learned in the law, right? People that were dedicated, they've dedicated lifetime, their whole lifetime. And here it is, you have a young boy, a young man, confounding, imagine that sighting. Yeah, imagine that. It says, and when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. Because, like I said, just to put it in modern terms, imagine that. You turn your head, you turn your eye for 1 second, and it's like, boom, where's my baby? My baby. Especially in today's, like I said, that's why I said, hey, in 2024 AD, right? Imagine that, you losing for a split second. Your child could be gone, man. Your baby could be gone. Imagine that in this society, in this day and age. But this was Yahushua's response, and I'm making a point because, hey, Yahushua, he is the captain of our salvation. All right, he showed, hey, this is, he paved the way for us, man. Because listen, we got to be to a point. Let me read this before I get on another rant. Let me read this. Let me read on in verse 49. It says, and he said unto them, how is it that you saw me? Was ye not that I must be? Was ye not that I must be about my father's business? So you see, and this is something that I've been I'm not gonna say struggling, but something that me personally I deal with, because I'm to a point, to a point to where I don't give a fuck, just to be point blank simple, I don't care. I don't give a damn. Here it is, Yahushua, his own people, his mother, right? But here it is, Yahushua was just, he was zoned out. And that's where a lot of brothers are, man. Brothers are just zoned out. Brothers are just, brothers have this situation to where, that's why, hey, because brothers got to play the part. Brothers got to act like they care. Brothers got to dumb themselves down. We have to dumb ourselves down to act like we care. We have to act like we sympathize with these people. Hey, listen, in my line of work, what I do for work, I deal with a lot of domestic violence. A lot of people be on health issues, and it's just like for whatever reason, it's just like people just want to confide, people just want to talk and this and that, and just tell you their business. And I'm just like, man, I don't give a damn, bro. I got my own shit to deal with. I was just dealing with this shit last night, on the job. I had some chick coming with her little two baby, her little baby kids, and she's giving her whole life story, and she was basically fresh out of domestic violence, and she was this and that, and it would sound appealing. It sounds appealing, I'll say that it sounds appealing to the average. It's convincing to the point where if you're not numb, if you actually give a damn, if you actually care, it's just like, oh, let me, oh God, how can it? But a lot of us are just to a point. Okay, well, because it sounds cold, but that's, again, it ties into the whole topic of this video. Like, brothers are numb, bro. And she was a Judite, she was a Southern Kingdom. She was a Judite, and trying to explain her whole situation seeking sympathy. And I'm just like, bruh, I'm just here to do a job. I don't give a fuck, you know? I don't care, you know? And I had a few, I had like I said, just my line of work, just last night alone, what I had to deal with, you know? Now, there is a thing of discernment because, you know, there's one particular lady, you know, she's older. Her husband has passed away. You know, she's with her daughter. And she, you know, I don't know what the hell was going on with her, but just this particular lady, she's on a feeding tube. She's on a, you know, wheelchair. But she's always, just always wants to talk and just express and looking for that sympathy. And I ain't got it, bro. I don't have sympathy. I really don't. I don't have sympathy, bro. I don't care. I don't care about. I got my own shit to worry about. I don't, you know. But like I said, every situation is different. Every case, it's a case by case, you know. Cause hey, this particular, you know, sister, she might be, hey, you know, the Lord might, she might be healed, you know. Cause like I said, she's all fucked up, man. She's just, and she's always trying to. Every time I clock in, she just wants to talk and this and that. You know, and that's another thing, Jake. You can't just be a complete because you have a new thing in this day and age where they call it an anti-social social. No, you can't be like that, you know. And I'm speaking to myself. You can't be completely just, we can't be completely just, you know, shut out, just completely leave me alone. And, you know, that's why we're being built up. That's why we're being exercised in the spirit because and that's why I've been praying, like, I want to be, the time's going to come for you brothers. Hey, us brothers, there's going to be a whole lot more rejection than acceptance. All right. And I'd be praying for that, you know. I pray for that. I want to do a whole, because, you know, Jake has compassion. Jake has too much compassion. That's why going back to, hey, even with the ark during Noah's time, that's why the scripture said the Lord closed the ark, because, hey, Noah, he would have showed compassion. Noah would have showed compassion. He would have, hey. But nah, man, it's up to the Lord's discretion. Ultimately, it's up to the Lord's discretion. And that's why we're being built. We're being trained to hey, you know, think how Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, how he thinks. You know, because I've been to a point I want to do a whole lot more cursing people out, giving people the cold shoulder than, hey, you know, being in that whole fucking Joel Osteen spirit. Come, my son. Nah, fuck all that. I want to do a whole lot more rejection than acceptance. That's where my mind has been at. That's where I've been at. All right, because hey, fuck these people, man. Fuck these people. You know, and that's what it's gonna have to take. It's gonna have to take a real cold hard spirit. Hey, the Lord's, hey, like I just read in this account in Luke chapter 2, because you would think people are, oh, where you been? You got your mother, your father. Oh, where you? Oh my God, we were looking, and Yahweh, hey, don't you know I'll be about my father's business? Like, that's a real man, that's a real manly thing to, hey, you know. And you know, we have a culture where it's a bunch of mama's boys, you know, a bunch of mama's boys, specifically, you know, talking about Jake, you know, brothers, you know, men. It's a bunch of mama's boys, you know. Me, again, I don't give a damn. All right, I don't, you know, I have my experiences, I have my testimonies, but I'm to a point I don't give a, hey, you better come correct. I have a daughter, you know. I have a daughter. You know, and that whole shit, that's those puffy eyes, that shit don't work with me, bro. Like, you better come correct. You better obey. You know, you better obey. That whole, you know, crying and that shit don't work with me, bro. That, you know, I'm not gonna be wrapped around nan woman's fingers. Other than wisdom, listen, that's the only. I'm not even gonna say it. You know, bitch. I'm not even gonna say that, because wisdom, hey, she's the principal thing. You know, hey, that's the, you know, that's the real one we ought to be chasing. All right, fuck all these bitches, bro. Fuck these bitches, bro. You know, the hell with these bitches, bro. You know, the hell with these bitches. Wisdom, Sophia, hey, that's babe right there. You know, I'll simp to her any day. Fuck that. I'll simp to Sophia any day. You know, what else was I gonna get? Because just showing the point, it's gonna take a real man spirit, man. Just to, let me get this, because what comes to mind was this here, and the account with Eli. The account with Eli. It's going to take a real cold heart spirit. And I have a lot more to say, but I've been going on over an hour now. So, Lord willing, the point has been made. I'm not trying to drag this out, bro. Yeah, Eli and his sons. First Samuel 2. I'm starting at verse 12. First Samuel 2 and 12. Now the sons of Eli were sons of Belial. They knew not the Lord, and the priest custom with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest servant came while the flesh was seething with a flesh hook of three teeth in his hand. I'm gonna just get to the point, because the point being that I'm gonna just get to the point. Bear with me. Bear with me. So I don't think this is the account. No, this is not the account. No, this is not the. This is not what I'm looking for. But I'll just quote it. I think it was the high priest, which was Eli. Hold on, let me see if this is it. Because I just want to make a point that overall, all in all, you just got to be numb to the Lord's judgment. The Lord's judgments. You just gotta, hey, if this is what the Lord wants, then so be it, Because I'm looking for this account, and I'm sure to those of you that are seasoned, you know what I'm talking about. You know what account I'm talking about. This might be it. Hold on. This might be it. Bear with me. No, this is not it. But basically, I'm just looking for the account, and this just might be, it just might be, cue for me to go ahead and do a separate video on it, if the spirit permits. Yeah, I might just have to do a quick separate video on this, man, because we read these accounts, but pursuant to Romans 15:4, these things written aforetime were written for our learning, because it was told to Eli that, hey, hey, the Lord's gonna kill your sons. They were rebellious, they were going off. You didn't reprove them. So, hey, the Lord told this particular man, I believe it was Eli, that, hey, I'm gonna kill your sons. And instead of bucking up, instead of, well, Lord, oh no, you can't. No, I mean, hey, this particular man, he was like, hey, well, hey, if that's what the Lord wants, then, hey, so be it. If that's the Lord's will, then so be it. Because, like I said, man, we ought to be to a point where we just accept the Lord's will. We just gotta, hey, if that's what Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, if that's what He wants, then so be it. Because, hey, who's gonna come under? Hey, if the Lord has it up for you, Lord willing, we're at that number. Us being a hopeful elect, because believe it or not, the Lord, He has it out for certain of our loved ones, family members. All right, because shit is about to get personal. It's about to get real personal, and that's why the Lord told us aforetime. Listen, don't get offended, because the Lord, hey, He might be dealing with you, but He's not dealing with the rest of your family. So you might love your grandma, you might love your wife, your children, your mom, your pops. Hey, the Lord might have it out for them. The Lord might have it out for them. And the Lord might take them out brutally, man. He might take them out crucially, man. The Lord might deal with them to the point where it's like, man, it might shake your whole foundation. It might shake your whole faith. Well, hey, the Lord already warned us. What are you going to do? You going to get offended, or you going to, hey, because me, I've been to a point, hey, I see judgment. Within this past 2 weeks, I done lost a few, I've been getting certain phone calls and texts. Hey, such and such passed away. Such and such passed away. It's like, damn, I was just, I remember when I was little and, I was young, but no, they gone, man. They gone. And what am I going to do? Am I going to stand in the way like, Lord, why couldn't it have been me? Why you? Hell no. Hey, my attitude has been, hey, better than me. That's just my attitude, because I always say worst case scenario, which is really the best case scenario. Hey, I'll see them on the other side. That's the thing. It's not the end all be all. Just because someone so-called died, it's not the end all be all. You'll see him again, Jake. You'll see him again. You'll see her again. You'll see him again. This is not the last time you're gonna see loved ones, and no, man, we'll see him again. In their perfected mind, in their perfected state. Don't worry about it. I know it's easier said than done, but we have to get built up to that point to where it's just like, hey, man, because I've been there, and brothers know my testimony. Hey, I've been to a point where I don't give a damn about the kids. Hey, I've been in that. Hey, one of my favorite comedians of all times, one of my favorite quotes, Bernie Mac. Hey, fuck them kids, man. Fuck them kids. Hey, I'll see them little nuggets on the, hey, if it comes to that, I'll see them on the other side, man. Fuck it. I don't give a damn about none of this shit. I don't care about none of these people. Outside of brothers, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a damn. That's just me, though. That's just how I, because it's easier said than done. Of course, it's always easier said than done, but fuck that, man. Fuck all that. But nevertheless, it's just, the premises of this whole video is just, hey, we just have to have a certain mindset to where, gotta be numbed out, man. Just gotta really just, hey, because you gotta really be prepared to lose, man. Not even loss, not even loss. You just gotta be prepared, man. Just to, hey, because we're in a time where the Lord is really bringing certain things, certain assets around us. He's taking certain things around away, and as far as what the Lord can be taken away, that can include wife, children, whatever. Just got to be ready for whatever, man. But either way, we're content. Above all, we're content. All right, and just know and understand that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, He has our best interest at heart. At the end of the day, the Lord has our best interest at heart. So the Lord knows what He's doing. All right. But I've been rambling on enough. Hey, the water to you on the comment board. All right, and I'm gonna close out giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Slack you for the rambling and ranting. Lord willing, it was edifying. Until the next one, shalom.